Last week, I shared my own story of how my ADHD diagnosis impacted me in my youth, and this week, I'd like to share with you 5 reasons that I believe that ADHD is my superpower, and that if you have ADHD, it might just be your superpower too. Reason number 1, I am a multitasking master. Because of my ADHD, doing things with my hands helps me to focus. So what that means is that sometimes I can be twice as productive as my neurotypical friends and peers. Reason number 2, because of my ADHD, I'm a very passionate person, and that fuels the hyperfocus that is so typical of people who have ADHD. The thing about ADHD is that it's really misnamed. It's not an attention deficit, it's a challenge around attention allocation. I remember a night in college where I stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning organizing letter stickers that were part of my scrapbooking supplies. If you hand me a book that I love, I can sit in one place and read it from cover to cover without any challenges around attention or focus. When I was first opening my business, I wrote a 120-page handbook to ensure that my first employees had some structure around expectations. And I spent hours of my adolescence sitting in one place, listening to the cast recording of Rent with the liner notes in hand, learning every single word to La Vie Boheme. Call those things what you want, but they do not reflect a deficit of attention. In fact, I think a lot of people would be envious of the ability to focus so intensively on a project or task. The third way that ADHD is my superpower is it gives me an enhanced ability around planning and organizational systems. A side effect of spending so many years falling behind in school has meant that I'm worried that if I don't keep things all on the up and up, very, very structured and organized, that things are going to fall apart completely. So I have calendars and to-do lists that keep me on track and stop me from getting scattered or overwhelmed. You might say that this stems from a little bit of anxiety that results from years of ADHD. If I don't get super organized, everything will fall to pieces. But at the end of the day, it's very functional. The fourth reason that ADHD is my superpower is that it gives me a strong sense of empathy. This is common in people who have ADHD. They can relate really well to others and pick up on others' social and emotional cues. The hyperfocus component of ADHD often turns those of us who have it into emotional sponges. Now, this can be really damaging, and a lot of people with ADHD end up in toxic or problematic relationships where they're trying to save or help somebody who has a big need. But with some good boundaries and a healthy outlet for being a helper, like being a volunteer or a mentor, or in my case, becoming a therapist, it can be an incredibly potent and positive personality trait. And fifth, my ADHD has taught me to really lean into my own authenticity. I've tried to fake it. I'm incapable of faking it. So why try to fake it? Being authentic and not caring that I'm different than other people means that I get to be my whole quirky self, rainbow cape and all. And this, to me, is the biggest gift of my ADHD. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you soon.